If you're tired of posting YouTube videos that get views but never turn into clients, well, this is a video that you need to watch. Over the last year, my agency has helped multiple founders and B2B brands generate over 145K directly from YouTube, including Nick here. He generated over 21K in just a few months of working together, or even Jeff here. He collected an 8K PIF directly from YouTube in a 7-minute sales call, plus a bunch of other 4-figure deals. Or even Elliot, who we've helped to generate over 50K in deals directly from YouTube, and he even generated one 15K deal, which is a whale client. So in this video, I'm going to break down the exact YouTube strategy that gets you $5,000 plus clients, not just followers and likes, but real high-ticket buyers. And I'm going to show you why most people get this completely wrong, how to become unreplicatable in your niche, and the intentional system that we use to turn YouTube into a client machine. So let's get into it. So here's the first thing you need to understand. Most people on YouTube have what I call a value brand instead of a personal brand. And this is the main gap between you and everyone else in the market. You want to be just one bird here on the side, left alone. You don't want to be all these other birds all together on one wire. Most people are, stuck and obsessed with giving away as much free value as possible. Endless tutorials, endless how-tos, endless tips and tricks, things like this. But the problem is anyone can copy your value. It's super easy to replicate. They can literally take the exact same script, run it through ChatGPT, and post the exact same video tomorrow. So there's nothing personal about it, nor is it unique. It's super easy to replicate. And so if you want to stand out and actually get clients, you need to build a personal brand. So who are you? What is your lifestyle? What results have you achieved for yourself plus clients? And I know what you're going to say, but Marquise, why would I post lifestyle videos or vlogs to my channel? And while I'm not telling you to do that, a lot of the best clients that I've worked with always showcase their life and, a lot of things about them personally on their other channels before funneling that over to YouTube. For example, Instagram. They would showcase, their personal lifestyle, personal results that they've gotten for themselves and for clients. And they're just building that personal connection with their audience while funneling them over to YouTube. And if you're B2C, of course, this would work extremely, extremely well. You can even have some vlogs on your main channel. B2C, it doesn't really matter much because, it's B2C. You're not, pitching a business or anything. But just note these vlogs and these little lifestyle videos, even for B2C channels, will probably not get you clients. Those are not the client generating videos. But as long as these vlogs or whatever are super related to what you're selling and offering, then this is going to do pretty well. And I'm saying B2C mainly for now because B2B, we're going to get into that. But for example, my client Nick here, he is doing B2C and he's posting, vlogs, he's posting masterminds that he's hosting. And it's like, this is going to cook, especially if you B2C, because you're building that rapport, you're building that audience, you're building that, personal connection, and you're not pitching a business. You don't need to be as professional. And it's funny because the weeks that we posted these two videos is the week where we got a ton of book calls and a ton of cash collected. So these videos obviously are going to be doubled down on. And if you B2B, well, of course you wouldn't want to show vlogs or maybe these lifestyle videos on your main channel. It would have to be on a separate channel or maybe a separate Instagram account. But what you would want to do is videos that make you stand out from the entire market. And I'm talking in-person client interviews. We did this for Nick. He had a podcast with his best client, or maybe like masterminds. We have a mastermind video right here that we did. This is B2C, but this would absolutely cook for B2B as well. It's showing authority. It's showing how you're teaching other people, what you're offering, and they're actually there with you, which is instant authority. It's insane. And you could just clip this up, put it on your other channels, and people are going to see you as the authority. There's a bunch of there's 50 plus people in a crowd looking at you, teaching what your methodology is, what your unique mechanism is. People are going to trust you because of that. People want to be associated with what other people are liking. But as long as it's related to your service and offer, then this is going to cook. So a personal brand is being about you, right? So your story, your voice, your perspective. And unless someone has your exact life experience, your exact way of thinking, and your exact delivery, they can't copy you, right? You're a one of one. This is what makes you a one of one in your market. And here's where most people are going wrong. They're over-educating. And so you don't want to be that free consultant. Yes, give as much free value as possible, but you want to have a clear line. Explain what the viewers need to do, not exactly how to do it. You want to gatekeep at least a little bit, not too much, but you need to position yourself as the only person who can solve their problem, not just another free resource to take info from. Because if you're giving away what to do plus how to implement it, then why would they pay you, right? There's no reason to pay you. Why would there even be a paywall? Everything's already free. They're just going to take that free value and just, get the results that they're looking for. They need you to implement it, and you need to position it like that. And you're probably thinking, okay, but the value I'm providing is kind of similar to what everyone else is providing. So you need to understand, yes, there's other killers in your space, but the only way to become unreplicatable in your niche is to inject their personality, inject your story, maybe your unique frameworks in every single video. In this video, what I'm basing this off of is pretty much all my clients. Okay, what did my clients do to get this result, and why am I talking about this? I'm talking about everything that I've experienced myself with my clients, right? And so everything on this video is based around what my clients have done and what they're seeing, what's happening with them. And I'm giving you guys that free value, right? And so I'm not telling you exactly how to do it, but I'm telling you what you should do. So this point is just about having a personal brand brand and being you. Don't be that free consultant. You don't want to be that guy. By the way, if you want us to handle everything for you, including the ideation, scripting, editing, thumbnails, SEO, and posting, all with the goal of getting you more views and more high quality leads from your channel, click the first link below, book a free call with my agency. Otherwise, let's just get right back into the video. Point number 2, and this is probably going to be the most valuable part for a lot of you guys. This is going to be about being more intentional with the videos and leveraging data. And so let's talk about being more intentional. I don't mean just spending a few extra minutes on your hook or your outro. That's not intentionality. I mean deeply understanding what your audience wants, why they're watching, and what they want to see next. I mean deeply understanding what your audience wants, why they're watching, and what they want to see next, right? And so every client who comes to my agency fills out a detailed onboarding form. We ask questions like, what video made you reach out, or what content did got you over the line, or what was the exact pain point that made you book a call? For example, here's my actual onboarding form. I decided to give you guys this free value. And so we have, these 3 questions, for example. What was happening in your business right before you reached out to us? What made you decide to book a call instead of continuing to try this out on your own? Really good questions for us to ask here, because we're going to understand what they were trying to do, that we could just leverage that in our content and speak to that specific pain point. And third question, what was the specific video, post, or piece of content that influenced your decision to reach out? If yes, link or describe it. You want to leverage data as much as possible. And what we also do with our clients is we literally track the videos and we track what gets the most amount of clicks, which one drives the most amount of leads, right? We use tracking software to map out the entire journey. And we have full internal SOPs for this, and every client leverages this system, right? We give our clients all this value because we want to make sure the YouTube channel absolutely prints, right? And so if you want to be intentional, you want to stop guessing and you want to start collecting data. So ask your clients what brought them in. For example, Jeff, he closed an 8K deal directly from YouTube. When we first started out, we didn't really have this system in place. We didn't really even have the link clicking pace, but what we did have is a bunch of data on his audience. And once we actually implemented it and started learning a lot more on the back end about his audience, he started cooking, right? We used real data analytics to double down on what was actually converting and what their pain points actually were. And then we spoke to that in our videos. So if you want to be intentional, stop guessing what works, start collecting data, ask your clients what brought them in, like why are they there, and look for patterns, right? And then double down on these topics and those hooks and those formats of videos that brought them in. Because if this type of video is exactly what's bringing in clients, or maybe your best client actually likes this video, then it's really highly likely that a lot of your other potential clients are wanting that video, so you can just push them into your offer. So you want to double down on those hooks, those topics, those formats, everything that data actually talks to, because when you have this much level of intention in your videos, you're going to see a lot more results, a lot more book calls, because you're speaking directly to the pain point of your next client. Now, point number 3, let's talk about the YouTube sales funnel that actually gets clients. And I talked about this in the video before this one, but this is the YouTube sales funnel, right? So top of funnel content, this is where you want to have a lot of those educational problem aware content. Make them aware of their problem. They likely already are. That's how they find you. They search up their problem and they saw you, but make them aware of all their problems, right? Not all in one video though, have it separate if you know what I mean. Now, middle funnel content, this is going to be the authority layer. And you want to make, pretty much like authority hijacking videos. For example, how Alex Hormozy gets clients for his gym. And let's say you have a gym offer. Just make sure it's parallel to your niche and not like a direct competitor, because you obviously don't want to talk to people about your direct competitor, right? And so after that, it's going to be bottom funnel content. This is the conversion layer. This is where you have, for example, as you know, client interviews, case study videos, all that good stuff that converts people. And then you have this part between the bottom of funnel and where you actually get the money, which is going to be an onboarding form, sales call, etc. And then you actually get the money from there. Here's another way to look at it, and here's how it actually works. So first, you want to find your open ocean, right? So look at all the top players in your niche. What are they not doing? And where's the gap? You're probably going to struggle with this at first. With all of our clients, we do insane market research. And so this is what you need to do if you're not, getting help from an agency or anything. And so if everyone's talking about how to grow your ecom brand with email marketing, for example, do something different. Maybe it's like how to build ecom landing pages that convert. It's about ecom landing pages, but you're going to get that audience who has an ecom brand, right? And so the goal is to get those people into your channel, get them into your ecosystem. Then when you create videos around email marketing, which is your offer, they're going to watch that video too, and they're likely going to convert. It's about getting your audience from different angles as well, getting them into your ecosystem and then converting them later on, right? You need to be patient with this stuff. This is why YouTube takes a little bit to work, but once it actually does work, it compounds insanely well. Or another example would be how to use YouTube to get email signups for your ecom store. This is kind of related to email marketing, but it's just taking a different angle once again. So you don't want to be direct with it, like how to grow your ecom brand with email marketing. This is what all the top channels do because they actually have the audience to do so. But when you're a newbie, once you're small, you can't really do this stuff. You have to find unique ways and be a different angle in the market. market. And so the point is to find an angle that nobody else is covering and you want to own it. Now, second step is to build a problem-aware audience. And this is pretty much videos that speak directly to the pain points that your clients already have. Now, a lot of times your audience either one, doesn't want to admit all the problems that they have, or two, they genuinely don't know the problems that they have. So you need to make them aware of that, right? So don't just teach that in your content, but show them how you understand their struggles. Hey, maybe you helped other people with that struggles and how to solve that struggle. Not exactly how to, of course, you already know what I mean. Don't show the implementation, just tell them what to do. Not exactly how to do it, of course, because that's implementation, that's for your offer. What you want to tell them is what to do, of course, and a little bit of how to do it. And then the rest is going to be for your offer. You need to gatekeep at least a little bit. And a lot of people are against this, but I'm 100% for it because I've seen it myself. When you give that much free value and you exactly show how to do it and how you do it with all your clients, there's no point in like selling it as well, because like you're giving away the whole implementation. And essentially what you're selling is coaching or mentorship, or like maybe, you know, they want you to help them with it, which is like, you need a higher level of personal brand to even do that stuff. So now that they're problem aware, what you want to do next is build outlier content. You want to make videos that are different, that stand out, that nobody else is making. And so this is your first mover's advantage. And I'm going to get into this, how we help the client do this, named Jeff. When you're the only one talking about a specific problem or solution, you become the go-to expert. And this doesn't have to be a unique piece of content. It can be maybe a very old piece of content in your niche, or it can be just a video taken from another niche. For example, Jeff here, 22 high converting landing page designs to copy in 2026. No one in his niche, in its exact vertical, has this video at all. I highly doubt it. And if they do, well, I didn't see it because I took this from a whole different niche and it's introduced to a new market. And this is exactly why I got thousands and thousands of views. And this is exactly why a lot of his audience is resonating with this topic, because, you know, it's a new market. They've never seen this exact format, this title format, this thumbnail format. They've never seen it before. And it's really relevant to that audience, right? It's really relevant to what they want and what they want to learn, right? And so you're showing them the high converting landing pages, but you're not showing them exactly how to build it. It's kind of like you're telling them what to do, but not exactly how to do it. Maybe a little bit of how to do it, but not too much. But before we even created this video, we had a full masterclass that pretty much pre-sold his offer. We wanted to speed up the sales process. And so we decided to create this 50-minute video that's pretty much covering exactly what to do, and a lot of how to do it, to be honest. And this is what a free course actually does. It's kind of like positioned where it's like all in one. So they watch the whole thing, and the session time is extremely high on your YouTube channel because they're staying with you for a long period of time, in this case, 52 minutes. And by the time they're done watching, they already feel like they know you. They already feel like they like you, they trust you, and they want to work with you most likely because they spent so much time with you already. This is 50 minutes. A lot of his videos on his channel are like 20 minutes. And so they're around that length. So to have a video times to that and they watch the whole thing, YouTube's going to keep promoting your videos and they're going to feel like they already know you, like you, and trust you, like I said before. And so before we even created this video, I told them this is going to do extremely well. And then they added him in Slack. This masterclass is cooking. I believe it had like probably 500 views within the first 24 hours or something like that. It was going pretty insane. And he was like, it's going crazy. And it actually did go crazy. 4.6K views. And I believe it has more to this day, but yeah, this is pretty insane. You obviously want to do this and you want to funnel all of your content to this masterclass video because this is going to be your main converting factor and it's going to speed up the sales process. People are going to book calls a lot faster because of this. It's essentially what a lot of people call your YouTube VSL. And fifth thing you want to do is double down on what works. Once you see what videos are driving leads and sales, make more of them, right? Spin off new angles and new formats. Just keep testing. For example, this video here, I showed this earlier. This was a complete spin-off video, like from a different market, and we just brought it over and it did extremely well, right? His audience have never seen a video like this on YouTube or anything like that, right? And so there's another spin-off. I took this from a different niche as well. How I build $1 million Shopify websites and funnels in 2026. This is not seen in his niche at all. No one shows a lot of how to do it. And of course, he showed a lot of how, but he didn't tell everything, if that makes sense. And you want the best of the best building it, especially in this niche. You don't want to try this doing this yourself. It's really time consuming and it's going to take up a lot of time, and he's targeting really high level people. So pretty much if you're targeting extremely high level people, it doesn't really matter if you show a lot of the how because they won't want to do it themselves anyway. This is how you go from random uploads to a predictable, scalable client acquisition system. So if you want to stop being a free consultant and start creating YouTube videos that actually attract and get 5,000 hour plus clients, this is the exact strategy that you need to follow. Build a personal brand, leverage your data, and actually follow the YouTube sales funnel that's generated over 145K in deals directly from YouTube for our clients. So if you want help implementing this system for yourself, click the first link below to book a free call with my agency. will help you with everything, including the strategy, ideation, scripting, editing, thumbnails, SEO, and posting. Even if you're a small YouTube channel, that's the majority of our clients anyway, they're still printing cash. For example, Nick collected over 21K in deals directly from YouTube with a small YouTube channel under 1K subs, or even Jeff already collected over 20K in deals directly from YouTube and an 8K PIF in a 7-minute sales call. And if you want to see the full client interview that I filmed with Jeff about the 8K deal, click this video on screen next because YouTube thinks you'll enjoy that video a lot more.